to this place, I must admit, but we don't end up going as much as we would like to. But she is always demanding from the people who are associated that we should contribute, which is what is needed from leaders. So we need some more such leaders in academia. Today we lack leaders in academia if we really want to become very big. That's what I was sharing with them some time back. I don't want to talk long. As I said, she has got a lot of awards. She is gold medal in BE in University of Rewa, where she passed out. She is a postdoc fellowship of University of Calgary in Canada. She is life member of many societies like ORSI, IEEE, etc., which are basically in management area, the societies. And she is, of course, her areas of interest are technology and innovation management, intellectual property, project management, and supply chain management. So I think these two lady leaders are with us. Please give them, both of them, a big hand. So now what we are requesting them is to speak to you about their experiences of being leader, how they have reached, where they have reached, what do they do well, so that they can share with you as we are presenting to you them as a role model. And then, as I said, there will be a workshop format that we will do later. So who wants to start? Whoever. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Suketa. Okay. So you want to use mic, I suppose. Yeah. Or you? Yeah. So please. Yeah. Yeah. So each of them will speak for around 30 minutes or so, and then we will have a question-answer format will be done in a workshop session. Okay, whatever you are comfortable with.
Hi and good afternoon, everyone. I must start by saying that I'm very nervous about speaking here today because I've never spoken to school children, okay? And it's very easy for me to talk about my subject, which is finance, and it's very easy for me to talk to people in business and industry because they understand what I'm saying. And so please forgive me if I'm, not able to reach out or you ask me questions. That's why I said I don't want to make a long speech. I would rather that we have a more interactive session so that I know what your interests are and I can speak about that. And I must start by saying I'm not really aware of what it is. Why am I here today? I don't have children, so I really have very little interaction of young people this age. So I have a lot of preconceived notions about what people do, what they say. We have young people that we employ in our organization. I make judgments, maybe value judgments based on that, which may not necessarily be correct. So when Ashant told me to come here, it is something I definitely wanted to do. I told him I'm very nervous about speaking to people who are still in school, but I'm going to make an attempt because I like what he's doing about this whole leadership training thing. I think the state in which our country is passing today, we desperately require it. And when you're my age, which is almost 50, you tend to get very cynical about where we are. I think we're a little less cynical than people who are 20 years older than us because they actually got freedom for India, and they are a little more cynical about where the country is, have we achieved what we wanted to, is this what those who fought for our freedom wanted, or are we now sort of getting bogged down with corruption and whatever else. This morning, a lot of things changed because in order to prepare for coming here, I went to the net and I met this wonderful human being called Avanti Desai. I never met her when I was alive, but I'm saying I met her because I actually feel as though I know her personally. And it just suddenly made me realize that the world is such a wonderful place. Maybe people my age need to sort of sit back and rethink and say what is happening and not get focused on all that is wrong and focus a little on what is right. Because what I saw there was, for starters, I just did a Google search and I found, I did a search on Avanti and I found this blog. And this blog had a whole lot of wishes on her birthday, okay, which was yesterday. What was wonderful is that every single one of them almost had only one thing to say. They're saying that I'm sure wherever she is, she's having a blast. It was as though she was alive and with them, and all of them saying, have a great time. Okay? And so I then searched more because I said, this is not enough. I saw a cousin of hers saying that there is a community that's on Facebook about Avanti. And I went there and I saw the videos and I saw the photographs and I saw the 350 friends who are posting. And you know, it's amazing. It's like this girl is still there with us. It's like I know all about her when I've never met her. And the thought that comes to mind is that so much of potential, so many things that she could do, which remains undone. And I absolutely empathize with her parents that they want to take that forward. Because, you know, she was just at the age when she had taken a job. And I know people that age, okay, because we are constantly hiring people. And I know that that is the place where there is a big problem, which is that you have this whole fantastic world open to you, which is to connect people. I know that you come to school with mobiles, most of you, right? And I'm sure your teachers don't like it. But you have the mobile, you have the internet, you have the Facebook. For people like us, it's such an amazing thing to discover. Little kids, last week I got an email from somebody who was, I think, 2 years old when I was in college. And she writes to me saying, do you remember your neighbor from Hubli? And it's like a discovery mission for us. For you, you're growing up with it. Okay? I meet somebody who's 97, I call him my friend. He's such an amazing person who invests in the market. I was speaking to him this morning and he was saying, he's 97, okay? And see how much of the world he's seen. And he says, he was telling me about how he's now learning to catch up with what his son sends him from London on the internet, okay? And he says, I've seen the world when there was no electricity, there were still horse carriages. And today we're talking, just yesterday we wrote an article about how they're finally going to have amphibian car and aircraft, where you can actually have an aircraft that, a car that flies. And it's not Harry Potter, you don't have to be in a school of magic, but someone has actually developed a prototype of a car that flies. And you are the guys who are going to see that. You're probably, another 10 years from now, we may fix the security and the transport systems and the rules so that all of you may probably own one. I don't know how many of us will be around to see that. So, it's okay to be cynical about where certain things are going, but you're in this wonderful age where technology is changing so much. It's bringing people closer. It's making meaningful leadership possible, because you don't have to go and do a satyagraha and have 2,000 people actually get so inspired by you that they're going to come. You can actually do things like network through a mobile or the internet, so that you can get a crowd of 2 lakh people at the gateway of India after 26th November, as happened last year, by just electronic technology. So if you're living in that world and you have